Silent Night, Deadly Night is a remake of a slasher film of the same name from 1984. That movie became somewhat of a video nasty that was kind of notorious at the time, and since then it's gone on to develop a bit of a cult following. I've reviewed the original on this channel. But I kind of thought that I can see the appeal of the original, but I thought that there were definitely improvements that could be made. So I was going into this intrigued by what we were going to get here, and essentially what we get here is narratively it follows the original. Quite beat for beat. If anybody doesn't know, I'll walk you through the plot here, where we basically have it starts off with a young kid, Billy, who witnesses his parents get murdered by a guy dressed as Santa Claus, and as we follow Billy into adulthood, we basically see his the kind of like the trauma that's sort of like played on him from time, and we follow it right up to the point where he finds himself in this job where he's forced to don the Santa Claus suit, which just sends him tipping over the edge. And this movie kind of follows those beats from the original, but we do get some amendments here. We do get some changes, and this is and yeah. So basically, we. Overall, I really enjoyed what those changes and amendments that this movie did. I had a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed the fact that this kept up a tradition of maintaining an R rating. There's lots of blood and gore and carnage candy. There is a mixed aspect to that I get into shortly though. But yeah, basically we have Rohan Campbell playing Billy here. We have Ruby Modine playing love interest of his. And I thought those two worked really well together. I thought they had really great chemistry. So on the whole, guys, I really like this, and like I said, while it follows some of those story beats from from that original, it does make some amendments here, and I would say that one of the most notable ones of that. Obviously, I don't want to get too specific about it because I'm trying to kind of steer clear of any real spoilers here. But basically, there's a significant little spin that they put on this law that basically ties the events of his parents getting murdered by this guy in a Santa costume, and Billy and what's happening now and all of that. There's a spin on it that kind of ties everything that we get in together. And when this was originally revealed in the film, I wasn't really a big fan of it. I gotta be honest with you. I wasn't really too sure by it, but by the time we get to the finale here, where it utilizes it really well and makes for a really I gotta say cool and badass kind of ending for this, and that's all made possible by this spin that they introduce onto this law. It sold me. At that point, I was like, okay, you won me over. I think that it was a really smart idea also, because I do think that it does open up a potential avenue for further sequels down the line. I think it does provide a launching pad for them. It obviously, whether we'll see that come to light all just depends on obviously how this film does commercially. But yeah, I thought that it all. But while I wasn't initially sold on it, by the time the end credits run, I was completely won over by it, and I think also that was elevated by, like I said, the good chemistry that Ruby Modine and Rohan Campbell have on screen here. So there was. While I said that I was really happy that this movie got an R rating, and we get some really good kills here, we get some really good carnage candy. There is a more mixed aspect that I feel on that, in the sense that I feel like a lot of best kills that we have are kind of throwback kills. They're kills that are either kind of replicating kills that we got in the original, or pulling their own spin on those kill scenes of the original. Yeah, that I kind of like felt was a bit was where I think maybe the kills and the carnage candy were kind of like a little bit lacking, really. I kind of would have liked to see a bit more inventiveness with the kills and the use of gore in the other kills that we see here, outside of these throwback kills. But overall, guys, yeah, really like this remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night. I think that it's something that really kind of like reimagines a lot of the lore. I think that it does some really take some really bold swings that, as I said, some of them I wasn't too sure when they were initially introduced, but by the end, yeah, absolutely sold me on. So yeah, took some bold swings, which I can respect, and yeah, by the end of it, I was totally sold on it, and yeah, I'll be interested to see if we get any more follow-ups on this, because yeah, made for a really quite badass ending, I gotta say. So yeah, on the whole, guys, yeah, I would recommend this movie, and I would check it out. Certainly the best in this franchise that I've seen. I mean, I say that, but I mean, I've only seen the original and Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 as well, which this remake does have little nods and winks to those two movies. So if you've so yeah, if you are familiar with the first two, then you will pick up on that. But if you're not out on the loop on those two movies, then it plays just fine. It doesn't affect your enjoyment of this at all, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen any of the others, so we might have referenced the others, but from what I hear, yeah, they're not great. So yeah, although I haven't seen every movie in this franchise, I do feel still quietly confident to say that this is probably the best that the franchise has to offer right now. So yeah, absolutely, I would recommend you guys checking this out. So yeah, thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, don't forget to ring a bell for notifications. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you've seen this film, please let me know down in the comment section about what your thoughts were, and also, you know, what was your experience going into this. Had you seen the original? Had you seen any of the sequels to that original, or are you going into this franchise fresh in? You know, all of that fun stuff. Let me know down in the comment section. And as always, I will see you guys on the next video. You guys take care.